Hey guys, good evening or good whatever it is when you're watching the recording. Thank you very much for joining. Today's topic will be about the difference between employment and self-employment because I think it's very important to understand the difference, especially if you plan on applying for some type of visa based on employment or self-employment. Because many people just say, hey, I will be applying for a work visa, but that can mean two different things to two different people and like million different things to like the immigration and different people and us and other people. So today I will describe the difference between employment, self-employment, work visa, business visa, how it all works. Okay, I have my Mr. Cog here with me today. He will be watching closely, and let's jump right into it. Maybe one thing before I start, I decided to change the how I do the live streams. So I will do the official part here on YouTube. Wanderlust, hello, hi, nice to see you. And on Facebook. And when I finish the official part, I will go to my TikTok. So if you don't follow me on TikTok, please do. It's Jan_Kalina, at Jan_Kalina. And I will do Q&As there on TikTok. Here, that this will be just the official part, and then on TikTok, Q&As. So let's go. So if you want to move to the Czech Republic, or if you live here and you just want to earn money in the Czech Republic, there are basically two ways how to do that. You can do it as an employee, or you can do it as a freelancer, self-employed person, business person, however you call it. The main point is that employment and self-employment have two different rules. So in case you want to get employed, you need to first find company willing to employ you. And that's if you're a third country national. Obviously, if you're an EU citizen, it doesn't really matter because you can work and do business freely as the same way as Czech citizens. But if you're a non-EU citizen and you want to move to the Czech Republic and get a visa, if you find employment, that means that your employer will be responsible for everything. So they will pay your taxes, your social security, healthcare. They will do everything on your behalf. Also, if you want to apply for a visa based on employment, you will be applying for so-called employee card or a blue card. Those are two types of residence permit based on employment. So the employer in the Czech Republic will employ you, will pay everything, social security, healthcare, income tax for you. So besides this, that is like way easier for you to deal with all taxes and everything. Applying for the employee card or blue card, the standard employment type of residence permit, there are a couple more advantages. First is that your chances for approval are way higher than with the business visa, the self-employed visa. Because there is some, of course, it depends on your employer. But if your employer is a standard company, they have no debts against the government, they have no problems with the government, and the company has existed for some time, then your approval chances are not 100%, nothing is 100% with the Ministry of the Interior, but generally like 90 or 95%. If you apply for a self-employed visa, it can be anything from 0 to 80%, maybe 90%, but never really above that. With the employee card or blue card, it's different. Another thing is that the employee card has a longer validity or can have a longer validity because employee card or blue card is a residence permit. So it can be given to you for 2 years. If you apply for a visa as a freelancer, then the maximum validity of the visa is 1 year. Also, the extensions are way easier under the employee card or blue card. So if you have a chance to get a job, get employment, and apply for employee card, then it's definitely, or blue card, then it's definitely better for you than going for the business visa. Another thing is that kind of similar to that, the extensions are way easier for employee card or blue card than for a freelance visa because employer is responsible for everything. So as long as you stay with the employer, the extensions are pretty simple. Then, if you don't get employment, meaning that you don't get a job where the employer is willing to employ you, pay you a salary, and they will cover everything for you, you can also get a trade license and work as a freelancer. You can either do it completely on your own, meaning that you will run your own business like a shop or a restaurant or online store or something like that. Or you can, which many companies still prefer, even though it's not completely legal, many companies still prefer hiring you full time as a freelancer. So instead of employing you and making you their employee, they prefer hiring you as a freelancer because for them it's way cheaper. Because if they agree on a salary, let's say 50,000 crowns net with you, then they pay you 50 crowns net as a freelancer, and that's it. If they employed you and they wanted to give you 50,000 crowns net, they would need to pay like 90 or 95 in total or something like that, because they need to add the social security, healthcare, income tax, all that. So it's interesting for companies to hire you as a freelancer instead of employing you. It's way cheaper for them. On the other hand, it's also like not that beneficial for you because nothing is covered by your employer. You still need to pay your social security. You still need to pay your healthcare. You still need to pay your taxes. You have basically no protection because under the employee card, you've signed an employment contract. So there is some protection for the employee, like they cannot fire you, or they can only fire you from like based on some reasons. You have some paid leave and all that. Under the employee self-employment, the contractor type of cooperation, you don't have any of these advantages unless they are in your contract, which they are usually not. So that's one of the main differences. On the other hand, the advantages of working as a freelancer are that you are free, kind of. You have more flexibility because you can, as an employee, you have to stick to one company, one position, at least like under the first employee card. You have to stick with the first employer for at least 6 months. And then if you want to change employers, it's not complicated, but there is some process and you need to be careful to go through the process. If you are a freelancer and you don't like working for one company, you can go to another. If you don't like working in one field, you can add some trades to your trade license and work in a different field. So it gives you more flexibility, usually also higher earnings, because as I mentioned, it's way cheaper for companies to hire you as a freelancer. So they often give you a higher kind of pay than if they hired you as a freelancer. On the other hand, getting the freelancer visa or business visa, self-employed visa, živno visa, however we call it, živnostenský visa, I've heard that's very bad name, but yeah, that's all the same. So under this, it's way more complicated to get it approved. It's way more complicated to get it extended. And you need to deal with your taxes and social security, healthcare on your own. So you don't have any protections. On the other hand, the flexibility to work for different employees or different companies and different spheres of business, that's very appealing to many people. So that was kind of it, the main difference. One thing I would like to mention also is that if you have an employee card, if you work as an employee, you can always switch the other way around. If you have the freelance visa, the business visa, živno visa, self-employed visa, whatever, you can always switch to an employee card if you find employer later. So let's say you start as a freelancer, you find either you run your own business and you get bored of that or whatever, or you start working as a freelancer and then you find a company which is willing to employ you, then you can always switch from the business visa to an employee card. That's possible. There are no real limitations. But if you want to switch, if you start as an employee and you have the employee card, blue card, whatever, and you want to switch from that to a business visa, it's not really possible, or it is possible, but only after you've been here for 5 years. So there are some limitations, but generally the employee card or the employment type of visa, it's better for you. So yeah, the self-employed visa is not that good for you, but it still has some advantages. So hopefully I explained the difference between employment and self-employment, and I explained that you should really you should not call it a work visa because nothing like work visa exists. It's either employment visa or business visa. So you need to decide which one you want, and don't call it work visa because it's only confusing for everyone. And it's very important to know the difference because the visa processes for employee card or business visa are completely different, and the chances of approval are completely different. Set of documents is very different, so you need to know the difference. Guys, I see that you have some questions. The Wanderlust on YouTube, Hassan Shazat on YouTube, and Azil Ray Yer. You have questions here, but I don't want to make the live streams too long because those will stay as recordings on YouTube. So guys, please go to my TikTok. I give you a chance now, like 1 minute, because I will write down the questions and I'll answer them on TikTok. Okay, so go to my TikTok. It's at Jan_Kalina, like this. I don't know if you can see it properly, but at Jan_Kalina. So go to my TikTok and I'll be doing a live stream there in like 2 minutes. I just need to switch from this to the platform, and I will go there. Arab shit, if you don't have a TikTok, you're missing a lot. There is some amazing content there. So download it now and join the live stream. So let me mark down the questions. I'm employed by Domov Pro Seniory. My question is, even I'm already employed, is there a possibility to do part-time job? So employment plus part-time. Okay, fine. Wanderlust, do I need to apply for freelance visa in my country or in Czech Republic? Freelance visa, where apply? Okay, and Hassan, what should I do? Should I write a letter to ministry? Bro, I have applied EA family visa June. It's been almost 60 days, but no answer. 60 days approval. What to do? Okay. Okay, guys, thank you very much. I will now go to TikTok. So find me there, Jan_Kalina, like my name, first name, underline, second name. Find me there. I will be live there in 2 minutes tops, and I'll answer all these questions there. You can interact with me, and I'll be happy to answer any more questions you have. Okay, thank you very much, guys. Sleep well, and for those of you who are going to TikTok, see you there in a minute. Thank you very much, guys. Good night.